Hello, friends from Kohler & Drum. I'm Richard Anderson, head of merchandising and displays here at Kohler & Drum. And it is our favorite season in merchandising and decorating in the floral world. It's holiday time. And I have created, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 displays for you to look at today. We're going to walk you through a little bit, so join me. This is our woodland theme. We decided to name it Amber Nights. I decided to take it into a little bit of a glam and rustic movement. So you can see I borrowed a lot from our autumn picks and botanicals to bring it into a fall into winter, just to show you how you can use your things that you have left over for autumn, and it really makes a very luxe, warm holiday look. With pheasant feathers, flannel ribbon, we have the quail in there. And I wired baskets into the trees. Some of you might remember that was a big thing at the old Dayton's Christmas shops. And you can shop out of it. Here we've got a nest of owls, some of our plastic ornaments, and even down in here. So there's a lot of using your ceramics and baskets as ways to sell grab and go, I like to call it, grab and go ornaments. Brought forward our cute little shovels from fall. They make a great little candy dish or display. And you can just see all of the other elements we have in here. This is our owl collection. We have a great collection of owls. They're sort of a neck and neck. Owls are gnomes. Are you a gnome person or are you an owl person? I'm pro owl myself. And we go around, and then to show how the same look can work into the more traditional colors, this is where I brought in the reds. They're not the bright reds. I like to call it a dirty red or a warm red. And again, more rustic elements. So it's kind of fun if you're going to have one major display. You can have 2 to 4 looks around this. And because we're here, it's definitely more rustic. With some of our garden and lawn animals I always like to bring out from stock. And the classic grapevine. It's just really sweet. Very sweet. These are fun picks for in your outdoor planters and stuff. The floral arrangements, I think they're done well. Then we're going to go into what I'm going to call the sister line. Let's start from the front. We have decided to call this, what, my lovely camera girl? What did we call this again?
I do not.
We can't remember. Here. Christmas morning. Christmas morning. We felt it looked like a bright, fresh coffee on a snowy day in more your loft environment. And you can see these two have the same foundation of woodland. That's the more masculine and rustic, if you don't mind using a gender word. This to me is softer, perhaps a little bit more feminine, and a lot lighter. This has definitely got a young feeling to it. I see a lot of younger people going this way. And more artsy, I could see a lot of the stuff at the Walker gift shop. So we have a lot of silhouettes in here. There's a bit of a Scandinavian flavor to this again. Some other things that I pulled that are not Christmas that you can have fun with by putting fresh cut holly or mistletoe in there. A lot of this sleigh I think is really, really great sleigh. Super clean, super contemporary. A lot of our non-Christmas ceramics again. And we have a lot of these wall shelves for you to use. You can do them on tabletop even as just little display windows. Great tabletop, lanterns. These are great. You could either leave them as is or go to a craft store and get those little mini clothespins, and you could pin ornaments or little messages or Christmas cards on there. I think they're super charming, and they don't take up a lot of real estate this way, so they work on a fireplace mantle nicely as well. All shades of white and cream. There's things that people don't expect Kohler & Drum to have, like these fun wine bags. Super adorable, right? Super fun for gifting. We're going to see other things that we have for the wine gifts department. More of our owls. And again, we brought more of our fall sprays, which I like to call fall into winter. And we constructed these wonderful ornament displayers with birch logs, wood dowels, little wood caps. They're just in here with a lot of styrofoam stuffed into a rather weighty column that we flipped upside down as a planter. This is such a fun way to display your more contemporary ornaments. You could save this for spring too. You could put birds and egg ornaments on this, which would be cute. And then I found these really fun battery-operated lights to look like a traditional light bulb with the fairy lights in them. They're battery operated, so you could do them anywhere. It's all about bringing things that are not traditionally Christmas or holiday into your displays. These are fun and they light up. Super modern on a windowsill or again, fireplace mantle. And then I liked this as well. If you're a collector of miniature ornaments, you just hook them in here. So it's really kind of a fun way to display something. Again, for that more contemporary person. I love the oak leaves. As you know, this is called horse breath. So they're little horse breath leaves. These are great for all season, even after Christmas would be lovely. We're going to walk over to, since we're in sort of a botanical flavor and the softer colors, why don't we walk into what we're actually calling botanical holidays or botanical Christmas. This is more of on-trend color line with a lot of your frosted greens in your sage. So the mint, which is so trending right now. I put this in this large, wonderful sleigh with a tree. We have these incredible yarn balls in various different colors that are really fun. And these amarilla balls. So you can just see the layer upon layer upon layer. It just looks icy and clean. We brought some of our gnomes over here in the more sparkly versions. A variety of snow globes and lanterns, which could either be a floral arrangement or a candle lantern. These are fun that are all year round. That could have gone in the previous, Christmas morning line as well, these wood balls. I love these trees with just a little bit of bright green on it. It keeps them fresh, and they are not battery operated, they're electric, which also goes into these really whimsical trees that I'm kind of obsessed with. I just think you're just feeling gnomish or very Dr. Seuss-ish, and I just, on a big buffet with a big mirror in it, or even on the floor as I've done them here, with maybe a figurine or in a sleigh, I'm I'm loving those. Slowly going into our sister botanical line, which is all about holly and red velvet. I think we're actually calling this Holly Christmas. And a little fun. I'm all about, and so is a young lady working the camera right now, pumpkins and gourds. Why put them away after fall? I would keep these out all year round on a coffee table, even in a crystal bowl with like colored rocks or something like that. So I've brought those out and kept them out. We carry these every year. People are obsessed with them. And they flicker, and they come in different finishes. Can you imagine an entire tablescape on your dining room table? It's just these and powdered snow. Super pretty, especially for the non-Christmas seasonal holidays. Going around, again, lawn ornaments brought out into our holiday mix. A lot of cardinals in here. Like I said, this is the sister version of botanicals, but with the traditional reds. Everything is supported beneath it with the product line. So if you're uncomfortable shopping the displays, we actually prefer if you shop the cubbies first. Let's go around. I really love amaryllis as a holiday flower. I guess we got a little sleeping elf in here. I didn't put him here, but somebody did. And hello, he's charming. We get into more of the birch, sleighs, fun botanical thing on the wall that really supports this whole idea. And these are all battery operated with blowers in, so all the glitter sparkles. We have two sizes of this tree. It's actually a board this long with its own little birch forest in it, and it plugs in. Great, again, for a small space, hallway table or fireplace mantle, etc. Let me move some racks here so you can see the other side of our mint botanical garden. These are large spheres that we took apart and turned them into baskets just to display our product line. We have a fun St. Nicholas all bound in white. And again, you can just see the layers and layers and textures. And again, these are fantastic. Battery operated. Little fairy lights inside with an iridescence to them. I think someone could really have fun with those as well. And now we're going to go to every gnome needs a home, or a home for every gnome. On this side, we have the entrance to Gnomeville with a door and a wreath that twinkles, flannel ribbons. These are more of the knit balls that I think are really kind of fun. A lot of people are loving those. Did a gnome planter with our lit trees that come in 3 different sizes. Love the warm glow, the bulb, got the cool glow. Excuse my toolbox. And we'll go around the other side where I really brought in more of the red and green feel of the Gnomeville. This makes for fun camera too that you can actually see the work in progress. Then we're going to go into what we're calling Aspen. This is all about a ski lodge with snowshoes and this fun snow ski that's actually for like a mudroom to hang your coats on it. But I would think it would be fun for in your flower shop to hang this, of course, like this. And if you sold Christmas stockings, you could layer them on here. And then we have Christmas stockings or upside down bouquets of mistletoe and holly. So that would be really fun. We had several of these. I think we're down to just 1 or 2. So that's how we roll this year. The tree is all about, again, bringing fall elements into our winter with the maple leaves and the oak leaves and the acorns, obsessed with the acorns, snowshoes. These are maple leaves from last season too that are actually preserved maple leaves that I broke up the branches and brought in a little bit of luxe with this sort of satiny velvet and then more of a rustic plaid. A lot of deer head in there, and we can go around to the other side to get more of these candles and another finish. Lots of birch cups that are lined, so you can do fresh flowers in them. And let's go this way. Here is the front side of Aspen, which is super lodgy. This is actually a hall bench with a display top with pegs that you can see I put our battery-operated lanterns in. And we have this battery, or actually electrified lit grapevine, which is so fun. You could use that in the fall too by putting maple leaves with that, or in the spring by putting floral with it. We have the wall mount deer head coming out of the tree. These are wonderful little, I just love these little trees as well. All the way down and mantled, back and forth would be really fun. Supported by some textiles like this pillow. The moose, come on, he's adorable. Put a little battery operated candle inside here. So cute. More of the silhouettes. I love these topiaries made out of upside down pine cones. Lots of candle lantern ideas. Squirrels. We have some throws. You wouldn't know to come here for some throws, but it makes our little bench that much cozier. And again, you can just see the layers upon layers upon layers and into silhouettes. Because we did more red in this one, that was perfect to go into something that is probably more what a lot of us think of as Christmas. It twinkles, it twirls. She's fancy, and it's classic reds, golds, and a touch of green. These are really fun to just lay on the floor or hang. You can see that's a set of 2, smaller one inside of there. These are lanterns hanging inside this pedestal-like form, which I think are really fun. Very ornate angels. These are your Poinsettia Baskets. I think these are so cute. Just put a plant in there. We carried these last year, but we have them again this year. These stars would typically hang on the ceiling. For a party, we have them 3 different colors. Just created a little bit of a kind of a fun tree skirt for this. And again, this is very luxe, but I think a lot of people makes them smile. Reminds us of Christmas from back in our youth. Okay. Which brings us into what I'd like to call the sister to the red and gold. This is Deco. Deco the Holidays, I called it. It is silver and black and champagne. It is luxe. It is rich. It's getting a lot of positive responses. Again, some little battery up. These would be cute at a table setting as a little hostess gift to give to your guests. You could really, this really is that line that plays from Christmas to New Year's Eve. So here's your New Year's Eve dinner party. Wonderful pedestals. Love the little quail. These lanterns can hang from the ceiling or set about. Jeffrey and I created some really beautiful urn floral arrangements. And you can see the tree. We went deco madness. This is a fun product that I want to show you. Let me find one for you. People don't know what to do with this. This is what you do with it. You untwirl it and just tuck it and tuck it and tuck it. and it comes in different finishes. I just think it really made this sort of waterfall effect. We've carried these spheres that I filled with ornaments. It's all the layers and the mirror disc picks, the stars. We really had a good time doing those. Lots of giggles. And again, supported by all kinds of tabletop in the blacks, the golds, the silvers, battery operated lights in the black and the silver, which really be fun in a crystal bowl. And yeah, excuse us. More owls, super cute. If they don't sell at Christmas, bring them out for next Halloween. Again, great at a place setting with a little name card right there. I think they'd be really fun. This is fun. These are very fun. We have the very graphic Santa Claus or penguin just covered in silver glitter. And I just went through the archives and found all kinds of carry forward product, like this wonderful beaded sprigs from last year. You can see just this explosion of deco. So that is our deco the halls. We're going to come into our other line that we're calling Midnight Holiday or Midnight Christmas. The blues are still trending big. We went into a smokier blue palette that I think is so sophisticated. It could work with so many different metallics. Brought in everyday product like these for lanterns. Brought in the big, beautiful smoky vases. And then I have my big sleigh and reindeer in a soft champagne gold. A canopy of icicles and stars. We're going to go back and talk about the star snowflakes in just a minute. We have these great flocks. These actually are battery-operated LED light trees as well in 3 sizes. These I think are kind of fun. Again, you can see I really am a fan of bringing glam and rustic together. It keeps it warm, but still elegant. Angels, and here's the tree. I did less blue in it this year and a lot more frost. I just think it's really, really pretty. If you look way, way up there at those spheres, I actually painted the spheres champagne. They were brassy gold. I wired inside twinkle lights, and we'll show you one around here that shows how I rewired them. And then wraps them with a bow like a giant ornament. So they sparkle and they're fun. So some of my little DIY projects I like to do, like the birch tree as well. This garland with this sleigh, these are we sell these lights separately. Again, you can get a close-up of all the layers on the tree. This sort of frosted wisteria, the bluebirds, the velvet ribbon, these gorgeous ornaments. And then, as you can see, I don't see my backup supplies because things are still being brought in. But if you take a closer look at the star and the snowflake are sold separately. And with a little fine wire, I wired the snowflake to the star. I just thought it may give it a little bit more of a look. And I'm really happy with that. We love these trees. We just have one set. So FYI, we have one set. And they would be great too. And I think they go beyond Christmas a little bit because they're super industrial looking. Fun deer, this one. Super modern. Love it, especially if you need a mid-century modern decor. This would be cute. Okay, I'm not always into whimsical, but are these not adorbs? I just think they're so good. These metal sleighs, these cute little crystal little trees. And then we have an array of these in 2 different sizes, which are great, again, for Hostess Skiffity's place setting or something like that. I found in our archives as well these lanterns that I just wanted to show our shoppers and our viewers how great these would be in your outdoor planters, and just get the battery up in fairy lights and just sprinkle them in there. We also sell these, which I could see wrapping the fairy lights around this as well, because the wire on wire, and having them in your planters really would give them something special. And this could be indoors or outdoors. I created one out of artificial just to inspire you. Pampas grass. We've been using this in weddings and everywhere. Super big. Haven't seen them this popular since the 1970s. I brought them into our sleigh for holiday. I just think it goes to show you again, think outside the season. Bring in supplies you already have rather than pack it away. Give it another season. Just made a great holiday explosion. Some more winter topiaries. Super cute. Easy to put out. This and done, or a line of 3 of them. Back into our everyday stuff as well. I think I showed these at fall, and I'm bringing them out again. It's a set of 3 candlesticks. Super pretty for winter. Never have to pack them away. And then we will be right back. We're going to walk down the hallway here for a minute. And we're back. This is aubergine. This is just, we're calling it sugar plum holidays. We were starting with sort of a Della Robbia feel. So it's supported a little bit with some fruit, which is what Della Robbia is. It's decorating with fruit. We created this beautiful Lux tree. Again, we brought non-Christmas items in, like this kind of a hosta-like houseplant in the purples, and these incredible orchids that get itself into more of almost a deep fuchsia. So the layers of color are cranberry, aubergine, and fuchsia. It just came out so well. And again, I did a chandelier this time with the flicker bulbs. It's all about the details. We sell these, oh my goodness, I don't remember what they're called, but they go on a candle with little crystals. I know you guys are like, it's called a, but I don't remember. With these candle rings, with the purple, like raspberry-like fruit and the glass light, they just reflect the light beautifully. Layers and layers. This is a vine that we sell, magnolia leaf vine. Went in and found anything that supported the aubergine with the cups, vases, berries, snowflakes, these ornaments that are plastics that you can do so much with. I love the pear in the cup like that, the way you'd maybe eat it on Christmas Eve. And then we brought a column back there with more of the purples and the velvet Christmas bells that would wire really well into a wreath. And these stars that are actually magnetic. So they come right apart and fold up. I believe we also have these in a white. And they assemble very, very easily. Just like that. Comes in the more Moravian style and the classic. So that is really luxe, really rich. And all of these stories that I'm telling are supported by more product that I couldn't get everything in. And you'll find the product near the displays of other things that didn't make it in here. Like, for instance, this beautiful red velvet poinsettia, that claret would be just gorgeous with that. Just lift it up a little bit. And also, I'm kind of obsessed with this color green. I have been my whole life in this beautiful velvet. And then we're going to go talk to a pink tree that's way back here. We'll be right back. Okay, this one I had so much fun doing. It's not every day that you get to play with everything pink. So this is our mauve line that I'm kind of calling it if Dolly Parton and Molly Ringwald had a love child. Pretty in pink. The tree skirt, marabou feathers, crinoline, embroidered in mirrors. Could that be any more Dolly? I mean, she would wear that on stage. And it's supported with these large marabou feather and velvet crystal and ornaments that you would most likely hang the way I did, because they wouldn't hang lovely on a tree. And then it's a pretty sophisticated palette. I was challenged with everything from smoky plum to mauve to powder pink to coral and almost into the oranges. And I'm going to give myself some credit here. I think it really worked. I think it made it a little bit stronger than just being all pink. Still very feminine, but it's kind of unexpected. It's definitely playing into kind of a 1940s Art Deco as well, like the Flamingo Club or something like that. And then Jeffrey and I went, and Elaine and I just went around Kohler and Drum and found things that supported. There's a runner that matches the skirt, of course, that supported the line through ribbons. So pretty. This ribbon, I said we shouldn't even put away after Christmas because it's not Christmas. This could be for a bridal shower or anything. It's just a pretty, pretty luxe ribbon. Votives, vases, birds, sleighs. These I'm kind of obsessed with. And I asked Jackie as well that we should not pack these away from after Christmas. Can you imagine a bridal bouquet of just these, supported by maybe the corsages or boutonnieres with just one of these. They look very old-fashioned. If you're going to do artificial flowers for your wedding, you do them so they look artificial. Imagine that as a bridal bouquet right there. It'd be really beautiful. Very vintage, 30s, 40s kind of feel. I think a lot of young girls would really be loving that. And then they have a keepsake rather than a throwaway bouquet. Well, that's what we have for Christmas this year. Looking forward to talking to you again this spring in February. I hope we all have a safe, healthy, and happy holidays. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.